All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to have you here again. Happy to see you here on Great Web Series again. Hope you have subscribed. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure you click on that button and subscribe. Subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to receive more notifications of videos from this channel. Alright guys, let's get into it. Let's dive into today's case. It's very interesting. Today's case is very interesting because the results would not be what you're expecting at all. Trust me when I say it's very interesting. So today's case is between Mr. Ernest Jacob and Miss Amber Cole. Yes, so Mr. Ernest was the one that brought the whole thing to court. He wanted to prove to his ex, which is Miss Cole, that he's actually the father of the child Samara. Yes, because recently Miss Cole has been going about saying that Mr. Ernest is not the father of the child, that the actual father, the actual biological father of the child is Mr. Cooper, which we later on get to see and know about. So Mr. Ernest was, let's say, aggrieved with this, was actually hot and was like, he's going to prove that he's the father of the child because he has been both emotionally and otherwise invested into the child for the last 3 years, because the child is about 3 years old now. Yes, so in the court, Miss Amber was like actually that she was aware that Mr. Ernest signed the birth certificate and every time has been paying child support. So what the court is now asking her is why, if she's saying that he's not the biological father, why for these 3 years has she been collecting child support? Why didn't she speak up for all this while? Yes. So when Mr. Ernest was asked why he has a so strong belief that the child is his, the reasons he gave actually were so minimal, like it's not something profound that you can actually base your argument on, or your, how will I put it, on. So what he said was that when the child was giving birth to, that when he held the child in his hands and called the child the name Samara, that the child opened his eyes and and smiled at him, and he was saying that normally newborns do not open their eyes that fast, but because he opened his eyes like that when he called the name, that's what made him know that he is the father of the child. So the nature of their relationship was not formal in any way. It was in fact very casual. The way everything started up was very casual. They actually met on a train. According to Mr. Ernest, they met on a train a day that he was coming back from the gym. They were sitting opposite each other on the train. She was staring at him, but he didn't take it for anything reasonable, because he said that since whenever he was on the train or somewhere, people always stare at him because of the type of his eyes. He has a special kind of eyes, not actually the normal kind of eye he has. So he was just saying that okay, maybe she was just staring because of that and so on. But as he dropped, she followed him. They now introduced themselves, I think, along the way. So maybe when they got to his apartment, because they actually went to his apartment. Yes, and they now got intimate. So that's what they said. So there was no formal, you can't call them maybe they're boyfriend or girlfriend or husband and wife or nothing. So they just met like that, and from there they started relating, being intimate from time to time. So that's just it. And so that's one thing about it. And when she got pregnant, actually, she didn't directly tell Mr. Ernest that she is pregnant or that he is the father. He just assumed that for her to tell him or to give him hints about the pregnancy, that she actually believes that he is the father, and that's how everything went on. Now, Mr. Cooper, which Miss Cole is actually saying is the father of the child, he himself is denying it. He's saying that it's not possible. I don't know whether he's scared of the responsibility or anything, but he himself is saying it's not possible that he is the father of the child. And when he was asked why he says so, he said that he has known her to be somebody that jumps from man to man. I don't know if you have noticed from the previous episode I posted, most of the times these ladies that are having all these paternity issues are ladies that do not stay with a particular person. They are always jumping from guy to guy. So Mr. Cooper was like, he doesn't believe he's the father of the child, because Miss Amber Cole is someone that has been jumping from man to man. Tomorrow she's here, tomorrow she's there. That she'll just come to spend the night with him some days, and they'll go. They'll be, sometimes they might be intimate, sometimes they might not be, and she will go. So that's just it. I'm going forth and going forth. They're explaining and explaining. So let's settle in for the results. And before that, comments in the comment section what you think the results is. Who is the father? Is it Mr. Ernest or is it Mr. Cooper?
In the case of Jacobs versus Call, pertaining to whether Mr. Cooper or Mr. Jacobs is the father of 3-year-old Samar Jacobs, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Cooper, you are not the father.
I knew it.
Mr. Jacobs, you are not the father.
What the? Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Calm down. Whoa. Review that. You say what?
Miss Cole, you don't seem that surprised. I'm sat this bench long enough to know a real reaction. You're not surprised.
There's a couple more people.
Alright guys, so you can see it. So none of them were actually the father. Now the girl has to go and look for who the father is, since she still doesn't even have one person in mind. She said that a couple of people. That's it. That's the end of this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe so you can continue getting more of these videos. Make sure you subscribe. See you in the next video.